Hey guys, I'm Shenae Beech and welcome back to my channel. We are in my kitchen because today I'm doing my first ever cooking video. I've talked about food before on my channel. I've shown you what I eat in a day, what I feed my toddler in a day, but I've never done a recipe tutorial. And this was highly requested because everybody is cooking a lot more than usual because we are all in quarantine. Hopefully you're staying at home and not going out to the shops too often, so you're probably running out of ideas of what to make work with the food you've got already. So I wanted to show you a recipe that you can use for 6 different meal ideas using just a couple things that I can almost guarantee you already have on hand. Hand sanitizer and toilet paper. Just kidding. Today I'm gonna be making one of our favorite meals in this household, which is chickpea tacos. If you're not a chickpea lover, you're not a vegetarian eater, that probably sounds a little bit odd, but it is delicious, I guarantee you. You can swap out the chickpeas for sweet potato or any kind of minced meat or minced meat alternative. We love corn, so that already gives you 3 different meals right there. I'm gonna be using tortillas, which are really great to just buy a bunch of when you're doing an essential grocery run and whack in the freezer. You can just let them thaw on the side of the counter a couple hours before you're gonna eat. If you don't have any tortillas on hand or you wanna add some variation, you can go for rice and make these tacos a bowl instead. So that right there is 6 meals. So obviously you're gonna need chickpeas for these chickpea tacos, and you're gonna wanna drain and rinse them and then pat them down with paper towel. If you got different beans on hand, I'm sure those will work just as deliciously. If you're gonna go for the sweet potato route, then you just wanna peel them, dice them, and whack them in the oven at 425 for about 25 minutes until they're nice and crispy, but not too crispy. You know what I mean? We're gonna do some green pepper and some shallots. I've got a whole lot of shallot going on here. If you're quarantining with a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend or anything like that, you might want to shy away from some of the shallots, but I've been married for almost 8 years. It is what it is. Half of it is sliced and half of it is chopped. The chopped half is going to be used for our veggie mixture and for the salsa that we're gonna be making. And then the sliced shallot is gonna be used to pickle just as a nice little topping. Obviously we want a whole lot of fresh, finely chopped cilantro for the salsa as well. If you don't have fresh tomatoes on hand, maybe you have some salsa already in the fridge, or you can just skip the salsa altogether. It's just an additional topping, but there's a bunch of topping options here, so they're gonna be delicious with or without the salsa, I promise. A lime, which I've already zested, and then I've just quartered. If you don't have fresh limes in your fridge, you probably are more likely to have fresh lemons. I feel like lemons are something everyone has in their fridge at all times. If you don't have limes and you don't have lemons, then it is what it is. Sour cream to create a nice little crema. I've also got some shredded cheese for the sauce. Tomato paste, some olive oil, some white wine vinegar, salt, pepper, cumin, chili pepper or paprika, and garlic powder.
If your worst fails, get the salt and pepper, put it in the can of beans, fucking eat them out the can.
Talking about all of this food in depth and talking about all of the ingredients is making me and Josh behind the camera very hungry, so I'm just gonna get to the chase and start cooking right now. So I'm just letting my olive oil heat up on medium-high for a minute before I throw in my chickpeas. If you're opting for a bowl instead of tacos, then you wanna get going on that rice, because rice always takes the longest, and this meal is really quick to cook. I'm gonna dump my chickpeas in there, and I'm gonna season them with all of my spices. I'm just gonna let that cook for 5 minutes or so, and I will start pickling my shallots. So I've got all my sliced shallots in a little bowl. I'm gonna take about a teaspoon of sugar, chuck that in there with a pinch of salt, and then just shy of 2 tablespoons of the white wine vinegar. Stir that up a little so that the sugar and salt dissolve. I'm just gonna let that sit while I cook the rest of the meal. Looking pretty good. So I have got a little bowl on the side here that I'm just going to empty this out into. I'm just gonna set this aside so I can cook up the vegetables. oil to the same pan. Adding the green pepper and about a half, 2/3 of that chopped shallot in there with some salt and pepper. While the veggies are cooking, I'm going to make the salsa. So I'm just going to combine the tomato and the rest of that shallot and the fresh cilantro. And I'm just going to give that a good squeeze with some fresh lime. About 1/4 of a lime should do. Add the chickpeas back into the veggie mix. And I'm going to add some more spices now that it's all had time to cook, just more of the same. Now I'm adding 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1/4 cup of water. If you have stock concentrate on hand, it's going to make it a whole lot more flavorful. You can leave it just as is here, but I like to use stock concentrate, just 1 packet. Our final topping is going to be this crema. So I just take a bunch of sour cream. You can use like 2 tablespoons is probably enough. I use 2 heaping tablespoons because we really love it. I'm just going to mix that up with the lime zest that was in there. And then I'm going to add the juice of 1 lime wedge. And then you can add teeny tiny bits of water at a time and stir it up to get a more runny, liquidy consistency, but you don't want it to get too runny, so be careful. Before I put the spices away, I just add a little bit of salt and pepper to the crema as well. All of our toppings are ready to go. Our chickpea veggie mix is ready to go. So I'm just gonna warm up some tortillas. I left them out on the counter like an hour or so ago, and they thawed out completely from the freezer. And now I am just putting damp paper towels between each tortilla. I'm making about 6 because Josh has a big appetite. I'm gonna pop them in the microwave for about 30 seconds and they should be nice and warm. It's really good. See, got the hubby's thumbs up and everything. My kitchen is always a bit of a mess, but the food that comes out of it tastes really, really good. If you guys try this recipe out on your own and you enjoy it as much as my family does, then please leave me a comment below letting me know. Let me know if you want to see more cooking videos, more recipe videos. I cook a lot and love food, so I would love to make that kind of content for you guys. If you enjoyed this one, then give it a thumbs up. And as always, please subscribe to my channel. We would love to have you as part of the Life's a Beach family. I'm going to include the whole recipe and all of the ingredients and different ingredient alternatives that you can use in the video description below. So make sure you check that out in case you were missing some of the ingredients. Hopefully there's an alternative in there that can work without you having to run out to the store. I hope you guys and your family are staying safe, staying home, and just trying to make the most out of this time and enjoy every precious minute that we get with each other. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.